Hi Aries, I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you a monthly tarot reading for the month of October 2020. And I do want to, of course, take this moment to thank all of my new and returning subscribers. Welcome, everybody. And if you haven't yet, do make sure to hit that subscribe button for me, okay? And I more than appreciate all of your likes, shares, and comments. So head on down below and do just that. And while you're down there, you will see all the information you need to book a personal reading with myself. So just shoot me an email and I'll get those started for you, okay? And I meditated on your energy before beginning this reading. And the message that came through was what's meant to be will be, okay? What's meant to be will be. So I'm not going to speak on that just yet. Let's start your reading by pulling a couple messages from the Energy Oracle deck, okay? What do we have for Aries to begin this monthly read for October 2020? Thank you, Spirit. They said they have another one for you. Wow, Aries. All right, so the first one, we have the Temple Path. Your path is so aligned with you. You know, you're meant to achieve greatness. They're saying don't second guess yourself along the way. And sometimes when we head down a destined path of our own, we do have to accept that not everything is going to join us along that journey, okay? Message was coming through very clearly, which makes sense with the overall message. And then door to value. What are you working on, Aries? What are you striving to achieve at this time or moving forward into October? Whatever you are working towards is going to be super, super financially beneficial. Okay, they're telling you to walk through this door, and in a sense that represents trusting spirit in the universe. And I feel like this door is, in a way, I see it in my mind's eye at the beginning of your path, okay? Feels like once you enter this door to value, you are beginning down this beautiful path meant for you and only you. Wonderful. And then we have Victory. Such a fabulous card. They're saying you are meant to win in this game called life, Aries. Do you fully realize that at the end of the day? And this doesn't speak about minor disagreements or arguments or anything like that on a day-to-day basis. It more so talks about on a larger scale, where you're heading, what you're meant to achieve in this lifetime, okay? For a lot of you, it might feel as if life has tossed you up and down and left and right, and it might feel hard to imagine such victory on the horizon for you, but it is. And it's for the taking, my friend, okay? You have to believe that that is your future, though. Manifest it, okay? There's a very royal, kind of regal feeling coming from this card, and I got a very similar message / feeling from the first couple cards in Leo's reading, too. I feel like there's a Leo in your midst or somewhere within these messages, okay? Maybe in your chart for some of you. Let's do some shuffling. 1 second, as a few did fall off the wrong way. Okay, perfect. Alrighty. So I want to pull 6 tarot cards, a simple 6-card spread, to give you a bit of an outcome for the upcoming month. They're saying show this card, bottom of the deck, 10 of Swords. No more doubting yourself, Aries, okay? No more allowing your past to own you when it comes to charging forward into your future, okay? Haha. And then I split it and look what we have. Because there's brightness, there's happiness and joy ahead of you. And I mean, again, I'm just going to say it, Leo energy. I will leave that at that. Okay. Let's shuffle. Let's do this. What do we have for Aries, please? Please continue. Okay. What else do we have for Aries for October? Yours are coming out so easily. I feel like you are open to change and adjusting the way things are going for you. At least in the month of October. I feel like not so much before that. But what else do we have for Aries, please, to continue this read? We got all of them. I love it. I want this upright. All right, my friend. So to start off, we have the 3 of Wands. Overall, pretty good energy. So 3 of Wands. I feel like you're looking forward, and that's such a beautiful way to be. You're imagining your future in the way you want it. And if you aren't, please start to do so now, even if you're watching this before the month of October. They're showing me the fire in these 2 cards, but we'll get back to that in a second. You... Hold on one moment. Accepting that there's so much ahead of you, Aries. I just saw you, in a sense, getting into a boat and sailing away. You know, maybe some of you need to get away from all that life has to, that's been complicating, you know, your situation. Maybe it feels like you just want to sail away into the distance, but in a sense that might be representing for you embarking on a new journey, on a new path for you. Rediscovering certain aspects of who you are, or continuing to discover who you truly are on a soul level. Okay? But keep that up. Keep discovering who you are deep down and keep planning for your bright future. And then we have the 5 of Wands for the second card. It's time to fight for what you want, Aries. All right? It's time for you to relight that fire within. This is what I was talking about before. Where, do you see how there's fire at the top of the 5 of Wands as well as the 3 of Wands? There's on every single one of the wands. You are a fire sign, my friend. I know you are very passionate. So it's time for you to step back into that light. If it feels like that fire has faded from within recently. Spirit's coming through to be like, relight that flame, my friend, okay? It needs to happen so that you can charge forward and continue to be Aries, you know? A fire sign. The other message that's coming through from this 5 of Wands is that there may be a bit of conflict in the middle of the first half of the month. I'm not going to speak upon whether it's your doing or someone else's doing, but it feels like it's so minor, but it could blow up into something bigger if you allow it to. So just be the peace in the situation, even though you're a fire sign, and find a way to sidestep that issue, you know? Don't let it ruin your month. And then the Two of Swords for the third card. I sense a bit of confusion. Confused about if you're heading in the right direction, or if you are, some of you might lack direction in general. But look to your spirit guides, look to the universe for some guidance, you know? Look within. Ask yourself, what makes you passionate? You know, what makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning and be like, yes, I'm ready. Ready to take on the day. Ready to accomplish this, this, and that. And if you can truly say that, you know, all those boxes are checked off, and if it fulfills you at the end of the day, then that's what you should be working towards, Aries. That's what you should be doing. Okay? And in a sense, it's like, take off the blindfold. All right? You are allowing yourself to feel confused and blinded of where you're going. If you just take off the blindfold and allow yourself to see clearly, there's so many opportunities and blessings ahead of you. You just need to go after them. And again, fight for what you want in life. Fight for the life that you deserve, essentially. Okay? And then we have the Empress card for the fourth card. Your ideas are so powerful and unique. Not to mention your approach to pursuing them. Don't question them, okay? We forget at times that our spirit guides love to plop some ideas into our head, you know? And our ego as fire signs, because I'm a Leo, gets the best of us at times, and we do start to think, oh, I have such amazing ideas, you know, always. And we forget that sometimes our spirit guides deserve the credit, all right? They're trying to initiate those ideas in our head so that we can make them into reality and create a beautiful future for ourselves. Of course, you know, it's a team effort in that sense. You know, they can't put these ideas into action, so they need us to do it, you know? Co-creating with them, don't forget. But I do feel like as these ideas continue to pop up, even if they're your ideas, spirit's ideas, whatever, make sure you're utilizing them to the best of your advantage, okay? If you have a little bit of downtime in October, pursue them. Write them on paper. At least get them out into the universe, you know? Send out that vibration so that beautiful things come on back to you. And then we have the Page of Cups. I'm hearing spacey. Feeling a little bit, you know, out of it towards the middle, second half of the month. Feeling like you are all up in your head, you know, maybe thinking about where you're heading, or just, you know, maybe second guessing things a bit too much as well. But I do feel like, as, you know, if you just kind of try to overcome this spaciness, and it's okay to be daydreamy, let's be honest. But I do get a sense right here that you are glowing towards the end of the month. All right, it feels like once you finally do what's right for you and start to focus on where you're heading in life, and, you know, take off those blindfolds, or that blindfold rather, it feels like you truly start to glow differently, and people will notice that, and it will attract the right people into your life, the right situations, the right blessings. And you're inevitably sending out that message and that vibe to the universe, like I was saying. So it reflects right back to you in the most beautiful, beautiful way. So make sure you, as the month goes along, continue to do that inner work, all right, to grow as an individual, become more in touch with who you are, and initiate and maintain that inner peace within. And then we have the Six of Cups to finish off. I was going to say with the Page of Cups that you were looking back to the past, but then Spirit stopped me, because I wanted that message to come through with this card. It feels like you're looking back, all right, towards the end of the month. And I feel like it's because you're stepping into a new you, a new life, a new way of being. And it's okay to look back at times, so please, please do not linger, all right? Do not sulk in any way, shape, or form. Look back at the good times and appreciate them, and then appreciate how far you've come, and then get back to the present moment, or at the very least, look to your future, okay? It's like you start off the month looking to the future, and then at the end of the month, you start to look back. I mean, and when you make these huge life changes and adjustments and you feel like things are going in a whole different direction, it's understandable to look back, but just again, don't linger, okay? Let's continue your reading by pulling a message or two from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. What do we have for Aries to continue this monthly read for October? Thank you, Spirit. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. It's telling you that the world needs your voice at this time, Aries, okay? Share your light, share your voice and your opinions in a positive way, of course. But it's not a time for you to retract and to hold back from how you truly feel, you know, in a positive way. Make sure you're sharing that voice for everyone to hear. Okay, I feel like you have a lot to say. And if some of you have been in hermit mode or very much, you know, in your own sanctuary, your own cave, whatever imagery you want to go with, it's time for you to step out of that and into the light for all to see. What other message do we have? I think we have one more from this deck. For Aries, of course. Inner Temple. Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. Yes. Aries, what is your heart asking you at this time? What is your heart telling you? I feel like a lot of the times Aries are very analytical, very mental. You know, it's like, okay, I know this needs to be done this way, this way, this way. And it's like, okay, that's good. It's great to an extent. But I feel like it's going to be a month for you to take a moment, step back, and listen to your heart. What do you truly want out of life? Who makes you happiest? You know, who and what helps you maintain that inner peace? Listen to your heart this month, okay? And let's close off your reading by pulling a message or two from the Small Making Magic deck. That was quick. I just wanted that one, but what else do we have? I think there's another one. Spirit agrees. For Aries to finish off this wonderful monthly read. Okay. First, we have self-confidence, strong self-belief, and a sense of worth. Love it. Make sure you are owning who you are becoming, Aries. Own who you truly are on a soul level, all right? And allow it to shine so much that people don't even know what to do because you're just so secure in who you are in your own skin, okay? Even if you're not 100% comfortable and used to it just yet because of all these changes. Own who you are becoming. Allow that self-confidence and therefore your self-worth to skyrocket in the month of October, okay? And then we have insight for the last and final card. Opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. Absolutely. Reminding you as the month goes on, trust your intuition. Allow it to get stronger and stronger, okay? Trust your gut feeling when it pops up in regards to decisions and people, places, and things, you know, who and what to let go of and, you know, what's to join you in the next chapter of your life. You have the answers within is what they're saying. So trust it, believe it, and let it grow, okay? Excellent, Aries. So on that note, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to my wonderful channel. And make sure you go on down below and do like this video and leave me a comment. I want to hear all about your personal situation. And while you're down there, do shoot me an email about booking a personal reading with myself. And I hope you have the most amazing month, and I will see you next time. Bye, Aries.